defensive line. They're pushing the Hawks back, and they've already got it down to the Gretna 36-yard line. And Hawks have got everybody kind of uptight, so they're vulnerable here. Here's handoff to the tailback, this time wrapped up. Matt Glass in there on the stop.
Who's that on the carry?
And on the carry was number let's see. So hard to see the numbers. 7 Stevens on that carry.
Stevens on the carry.
Gretna scored just a moment ago on a
2nd and 7.
short run by Rosser after a fumble recovery. The extra point was no good, and we're tied at 6-0 here in the second quarter. But the Wildcats started at the 35, and they've got it down to the Gretna 33-yard line. And here's a handoff.
That's Edmund.
Number 2.
That's Edmund.
Tremaine Edmonds, and they stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They fake the pitch and then hand it off to the Edmonds, who's the fullback on that play.
No gain makes it 3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7 here. And certainly the danriver, you would think in 2-down territory here, if they don't make it on 3rd, they would probably go for it on 4th if they get any kind of a play here on 3rd and 7. And here's the handoff.
There's Edmonds again.
He's caught, pulls ahead for maybe 3.
Edmonds with the carry.
And it's still going to be 4th and 4.
3-yard gain makes it 4th
and 4 for the Wildcats here. And again, you got to think they're probably going to go for this. You're really too close to punt, too far away to kick a field goal. And we have a timeout. Timeout on the field. danriver takes a timeout. And we'll take it too. We're tied at 6. 4th and 4. When we come back, you're listening to Gretna Hawks football on ESPN Radio. Yeah. I'm not getting any of those. I don't know what the deal is. No.
What do they do? Do they run Edmonds like that? Which Edmonds and where?
13-7 Rustburg.
13-7.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Sometimes I have trouble getting them all in, but. Okay, we're about ready. All right, 4th and 4. Wildcats will go for it after the timeout. We're going to have a full backfield running out of a power I formation. And here's the pitch coming around the right side. Bounces it outside. He gets around the corner, stays on his feet, cuts back to the middle, and he'll have the first down at the 15-yard line.
That was Terrell Edmonds right there on that carry coming around the right side of the Gretna defensive line right there. But he just pushing us down now, Stuart.
All right, he was able to cut that back at the end and got about 5 more yards. Takes it to the 15. First down for the Wildcats at the Gretna 15-yard line. We're tied at 6, but the Wildcats started at the 35. They have it now at the Gretna 15. And they are running out of a power I formation. They've got 3 backs lined up, and they're pitching it to the tailback. Edmonds tripped up this time, flag on the play, probably a hold.
Edmonds with the carry.
As they tried the left side, but also I see Cook back in there for Gretna. He was favoring that shoulder earlier. He's back in the game.
I don't think you're gonna let him stay out very long because that kid wants to play football.
Yeah. All right, waiting for the call. I think it's a hold.
Oh yeah.
Wildcats again guilty of a hold. Lord Botetourt leading Stanton River, by the way, 12-0. Some of the scores we have for you tonight. All right, it's going to end up being first down at the 25-yard line, so it's first down and 20.
First and 20.
Wildcats come to the line again. They're running that formation. but this time it's Stevens, the tailback. And here's the Stevens to carry. Stevens swamped after about a 3-yard gain.
Stevens with the carry.
And it makes it 2nd down and 17 for the Wildcats.
Tackled by 23 Chambers.
Again, the Wildcats running players in and out.
3-yard gain makes it 2nd and
Hawks
17.
are as well.
Score is tied 6-6 and 6 minutes to go here before halftime. And danriver stewardess, of course, they begin to move this football now here late in the 2nd quarter.
All right, 2nd down and 17 here for the Wildcats. And again, they're taking a lot of time running players in and out. And you got to be thinking they're getting close to taking too much time. They're in no hurry. 2nd down. They're going to send 2 receivers to the right side. And here's the pitch to Edmonds. Edmonds stumbles ahead, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. It'll be 3rd down.
Tackled by 52 Richard Heyman. What you got them game?
3rd down and 17.
Makes it 3rd and 17.
All right, what are the Wildcats going to do here, Bob? You got to think
You know, they
maybe put one up here.
They was 3rd down long yardage early in the 1st quarter, and they went to there. They did pick up a few yards off of it, but they were short of the 1st down. So we're going to remain. It's going to be remain to be seen if they're going to put this ball in there or not.
All right, that play, I think the quarterback rolled to the right and through. We got a timeout. Wildcats are going to take a timeout. Reminder that Jefferson Motors, located at 103 Leftwich Street, is in the market for cars. I know that sounds kind of strange, but they are their inventory is lower than it's been in 23 years, and they're looking to buy to replenish their inventory. If you got a car or a truck, a SUV, whatever, be sure to go by and see Dwight and Anthony Jefferson. They'll offer you top dollar for your vehicle, help them restock. Now they're really needing trucks, so but they'll take anything you got, Bob. And so anyway, be sure to go by and see them. They appreciate those that have responded. They've had real good response to their ads on the radio here, and we like the sound of that too. So give them a call, 656-1298. Maybe you got a car that you just don't need anymore. You can sell that to them. Or maybe you want to trade. They'll be glad to do that too. Whatever. Be sure to go by Jefferson Motors, 103 Leftwich Street in Gretna. All right, on 3rd down and 17, 2 receivers right side, quarterback under center. He's going to pitch it to Edmonds. Edmonds going left and brought down Jeremiah Chambers. Put the smack on him, and he got about 3. And it's going to be 4th and long. And I think if they've got a field goal kicker, they would use him here. But from what I saw on that extra point, I don't think he's got the range.
I think this right here would be a little bit too far.
He's going to come in, I believe, though, Bob. We'll see. Yep, he's coming in. This is going to be in the neighborhood of 37 yards.
13, Alta Vista 7.
Actually, he's marking. Okay, he's going to come up now. I'm thinking, are they going to mark it only 5 yards off the line? So this is going to be 35 yards. So I don't think he's marked it off right. He's not far enough back, Bob. This is going to be blocked if Gretna's able to do anything at all here, because he's only 5 yards deep on his drop. And we got a flag. Delay of game. That may change everything completely. That takes it back to the 30-yard line, 29-yard line, 24-yard line.
The kicker's gone out of the football game right now, so they're going to come in and let's look at one of the Edwards. Turl or Tremaine, one of the other stewards going to get their hands on this football.
You may have a situation here where you might use a little trick play. I'm thinking maybe toss it to Edmonds and then let him throw it. Hawks may be vulnerable to that because they're going to be really coming up hard. And there's confusion now. Hawks take a timeout. So we'll keep it right here. Seminole Sunoco Food Mart, Highway 29 south of Gretna, is a proud sponsor of Gretna Hawks football. And remind you, they're open till 11 o'clock on Friday nights. And also, they've got Sunoco gas available 24/7, including diesel and non-ethanol gas. Pizza by the slice, $2.69. The whole pizza, $8.99. With many choices to choose from, including pepperoni, cheese, 5-meat supreme. Also hot wings and barbecue. Seminole Sunoco Food Mart has grab-and-go breakfast biscuits in the morning, along with the pastries. coffee, cappuccinos, smoothies, and they have an ATM on site as well. That's at Seminole Sunoco Food Mart, Highway 29, just a couple of miles south of Gretna. All right, I think we're going to have some type of a flea flicker or option pass here or something. And I would really like to see double coverage over here on this single receiver on the right side. Because something tells me he's going to get the ball, and they're going to bring double coverage. And here's the quarterback back to pass. He's looking, throws the other way, up high and out of bounds, I do believe. No play on it. And the Hawks will take over.
They turn the ball over down.
And the Hawks will take over right around the 24 yard line.
3 minutes and 42 seconds before halftime. This ball game is all tied up 6-6. Gretna's got 3 minutes now to try to get this football into the end zone.
Hawks have moved the ball tonight, and they got one touchdown on a short yardage situation after a turnover. But they've moved it 2 other times, but just have not been able to put a drive together tonight. Fortunately for them, they were able to recover that danriver fumble right on danriver's goal line. They were able to push that in. Let's see if they can get something going here in the last 3 minutes. It's going to be Rosser to keep. Rosser is going to be tackled after a short gain. Rosser went down pretty easily there, Bob, at the end of that play. He usually fights a little harder, but it looks like they had him wrapped up. He got about 2.5 or 3 on that.
I wonder if Deion Rosser would be honest and tell us if he ain't got just a little high hip strain, bruised up.
He's coming out of off the field right here. Hall comes in at quarterback. Chris Hall, he'll take the snap, and he's going to hand it off. And that's Chambers, I believe, short yardage.
23 Chambers with the carry.
And it's going to be 3rd down. Now you're in danger here.
8 Garland.
If danriver has any timeouts left, there's a possibility that they could get the ball back here.
No game makes it 3rd and 7.
I know they've taken a couple timeouts. I don't know if they got another one. They've taken 2.
Deion Ross is back in the ball game right now.
You almost have to throw it now, Bob. If you don't complete it, we'll see. 3rd and 7. All right, Rosser has them set. We got movement, no flag, and Rosser resets everybody. And here's a snap. And Rosser rolling right under pressure immediately, and he's brought down for a big loss. All the way back to the 15-yard line.
That was just. danriver's going to wind up in pretty good field position right now after we get this punt off because. But Deion started out right, but it was no block, and they just come in and got him.
So whoever shot the gap there, was it 53?
I don't know.
He came in there. He was on him immediately. He had no chance. And this is a bad situation here because Canaris is going to get it around the 4-yard line, and they were sending pressure before. He barely got it away, and they're going to send pressure this time as well. Here's his snap. Kick, he got it away, and the ball's rolling along. He got a real good result on it all the way out to the 50-yard line.
49-yard line.
At the 49, so they'll have to go 51 yards.
And the ball at the danriver 49.
So they got a pretty good result out of that punt.
Minute and 31 seconds now, and of course, like we said, danriver's got very good field position. Yep. Now, if they try to keep it on the ground still, that's going to take up a lot of time.
Yep.
And I don't know, of course, we know that they're not very...
The only problem is I think he's going to get those tailback sweeps here. Pitches right. Looks like he was the pitch to the left has been what we've had trouble with. All right, danriver again taking a lot of time getting their offense huddled together and play called. We're tied at 6. 2 receivers to the left side.
Both Edmonds in the backfield.
All right, man in motion comes across, and the handoff is the pitch. That's Edmonds, and he is stuck.
He is stuck.
Bojack in there, number 12.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Edmonds with the carry, stopped by 18 Glass.
Also Virgil Glass in there with a nice stop.
No game makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd down play. And again, the Wildcats, we have 1 timeout left. Clock is moving. 2nd and 10.
1 minute 5 seconds.
1 minute 5 to go. We're tied at 6. It's been a defensive struggle here.
I'm surprised that Dan River ain't trying to get this ball game.
They're in no hurry.
They're no rush. I'm surprised at that, you know.
I don't think they can run there if they're going to run to the sideline every play.
All right, second down. And here's a pitch. You're going to reverse it, coming the other way. This is Edmonds coming around the outside, nowhere to
Oh,
go.
man, they stuffed him again.
Got back to the line of scrimmage. Nice discipline there on the Gretna Hawks to stand their ground and not to get sucked in on the reverse.
30 seconds to go before halftime, and right now Dan Rivers, Hawks called a timeout.
Okay, interesting call here by Gretna.
Yeah,
They take a timeout here. Let's take one as well. We're tied at 6. You're listening to Gretna Hawks football on ESPN Radio.
Yes, sir. Second one, too.
Yes. Okay.
She's working with
Okay.
setting papers,
Oh, okay.
Boy, Giles is putting it on full,
Okay.
35 to
and
nothing.
she's working on her charts.
Yeah, what?
Part-time secretary.
Okay. Oh, okay.
She's got to get all these grandparents healed and
I know it, the whole thing. I know it. I hope Miss Burnett comes out of this okay.
Okay. All right.
Arlington had his.
All right.
And Arlington had hers.
All right. Giles would be interesting. Yeah.
35 nothing. Oh, no way.
28 to what? Okay. All right. We're ready.
There he goes. Know somebody else. Somebody better get it. Ain't that something?
Welcome back on 3rd and 10. Stevens goes around the left side. He got about 15 yards and gets the first down. And again, the clock is going to be a factor. It'll stop on the first down. It'll start now. And it was out of bounds on that far side, so the clock will stay until the snap. 20 seconds to go. And the ball is at the 35 of Gretna. A lot of this time is the ball's been on the Gretna side of the field, Bob. We hadn't had the best field position for the most part. Dan River's been kind of keeping us bottled up. We'll see here. They're going to send 2 receivers to the right side. I formation backfield. Look for something going to the left here, I'm thinking. All right, here's Edmonds. He's got room to run. Finally brought down after about a 12-yard gain. Another first down, which will stop the clock. And it will. And I think, did Dan River take a timeout there? I believe they did. That's their final timeout.
14 seconds.
All right, we'll keep it right here. 14 seconds before halftime, and Hawks getting into a bit of a danger zone here. If you can stop Dan River here, the Hawks get the ball first to start the third quarter. So it's really important here to preserve this tie here at 6 apiece as we head to halftime. Again, it's been a hard-fought game, and we kind of expected that. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. And you got to think, Bob, they're going to go to the air here. I just don't think you're going to run it one more time, because if you don't get the first down, you're not going to get another playoff, Bob. So they're definitely going to throw this to the end zone.
Well, Stuart, they're not noted for the passing game right now, and Gretna, there's an opportunity right here for Gretna to pick that thing off, because they're good running offensive running game, but not a very good passing. So let them put the ball in the air.
We got a receiver over to the left side, and he'll be covered. I believe that's one of the Edmonds, and I'm looking for him to go that way. All right, Rosser at safety is probably going to cheat that way. Here's a throw down the field, and he's open. Caught it. Touchdown. There it is, a trick play. Trick play.
Edmonds to Edmonds.
Yep. They gave it to Edmonds. He threw the touchdown, and Deion Rosser got beat on that.
Which one called it? 6?
And the score right before halftime is a backbreaker, Bob, I tell you. All right, I think they'll go for 2 here. And here's where the defense for Gretna's got to stand up. You've given up 6, but you don't want to give up 2 right here. The lead is Danriver 12-6 over Gretna. And the Wildcats will line up the I formation here to go for 2. Quarterback under center. He hands it off and he hits the hole. I think he's in. He is. And the Wildcats lead it now 14-6. Let's take a timeout. You're listening to Gretna Hawks football on ESPN Radio.
Why did we call that timeout? I don't understand that. 3rd and 10, we called the timeout. We did one more play, which turned out to be
We did that against Appomattox twice.
Why is Taylor not playing tomorrow?
Who?
Ray Sean Taylor.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I hadn't heard of it.
He's not suited.
How
Okay.
far was that?
Yeah, Heritage. I want to hear that one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the sideline.
Okay.
How far was that?
Got that one.
15.
22.
Who was that? Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
Ain't that something?
I just don't see the desire in these boys or what it is.
Well, we have to get now for the 3rd quarter.
All right, Wildcats scored there with about 5 or 6 seconds
7
left.
seconds.
7 seconds left on a little trick pass play where Edmonds got it and then threw it to Edmonds, and then we all knew they were going to throw it to the end zone, but still they were able to get the receiver behind our coverage, and he made a pretty good catch on it because Rosser got there late, and he was still able to make the catch. 2-point conversion made it 14-6 is where we stand. The Wildcats here don't expect a deep kick. They'll squib this one along the ground most likely. All right, here comes the kick. And it is a short one. Ball still free. Going to go out of bounds if they'll leave it alone. And it's knocked out of bounds at around the 32, 33-yard line.
Looking at that pass play, Tremaine, it was 6'4", Deion Ross, a 5'9", Stewart. So that's a comparison that you had on that particular pass play.
Well, the only problem is he got behind us.
Yeah, he did.
And you just can't. That happened at Appomattox. We were fortunate the receiver dropped that ball. All right, 1st and 10, and this is going to be a kneel-down situation right here. The Hawks are just going to take a knee, and Danriver is going to be leading this one at halftime, 14-6. So we got a good couple of quarters left. Good close game, and we expect the Hawks to mount a comeback here when we get to the 3rd quarter. But right now we're at halftime. It's Danriver 14, Gretna 6. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Gretna Hawks football on ESPN Radio.
While the men stand up, we'd like to congratulate the Gretna boys cross-country team on winning the Conference 37 cross-country championship this past Wednesday. Coming in first place was Travis was Beth Short. Second place was Andrew Walker. Third place was Connor Fine. We got 22 points to win. Sam Reed, Cole Robinson, and Corey Hammond. The Wednesday, the team will compete the regional, also female game in Clark. I think the women run at 3 and the girls run at 4 p.m. at Wyoming at Reserve. And Samantha Ayers will also compete as an individual one for the girls team. She also graduated first year coach Tom Burrell for being voted Conference 37 coach of the year.
Welcome back, and here at halftime, as the Danriver Wildcats lead the Gretna Hawks by a score 14-6. And Bob, the Gretna offense the last couple of weeks just has not really been able to get in gear. The only score we had in that quarter was one where we recovered it right at the goal line, and sort of a gift wrap one there by Danriver. We moved the ball a couple of drives, but we just could not punch it in.
Well, in the first half, if I remember, I think we only put the ball in there one time.
Yes.
One time, and of course that was about a 45 yard pass downfield that was out of hands of Glass, but it's still, I don't know, I feel like that we need to go to a shorter, faster game, running game, not a passing game, and let Rosso get rid of that ball a little bit quicker. Just hit it over the middle.
Well, we ran that shovel pass twice.
We did run it twice.
And that worked. But and I think he was sacked 2 or 3 times when he tried to pass. We just are not getting much time there on the quarterback, Rosser, before he even gets a chance. So a short passing game is certainly, I think, something we need to develop. I think a couple of times there, if we'd had a screen pass called, Dan River was rushing just about everybody. If you can complete that screen pass, it's a good chance you could score on it. So we'll see if the Hawks make some adjustments there and try to attack this Dan River defense a little bit differently in the second half.
Well, they're going to get the ball, beginning of the third quarter, and I just hope that they can get a drive going. And, we don't want, right now we're behind 14-6, but we certainly don't want to fall down on another one on Dan River, because Edmonds to Edmonds, I tell you what, these two kids are good football players, and they're big, they're strong, and they're fast. And one goes out, he takes a break, his brother comes in, and that's where it goes all night long. So, hey, it's fresh legs about all night for Dan River.
All right, so we're here at halftime. Some scores we can pass along. It's Rustburg leading Alta Vista 14-7. I think's the score I had there. Heritage over Brookville 14-0. Let's see. I had. Let's see. I can't even read my own writing. Salem leading Hidden Valley 14-7. That's some of the scores we had. Also, Glass was leading Jefferson Forest 7-0. Those are some scores we have to pass along to you at this time. Well, the Hawks' high-flying offense has been grounded the last couple of weeks, and they're going to have to get things in gear in the second half against the Wildcats, because the Wildcats are not going away, that's for sure. They're able to run the ball, and Hawks is going to really have some pressure on them on this first series coming back to start the third quarter. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with some statistics for you. Right now, it's Dan River leading at halftime, 14-6, and you're listening to Gretna Hawks football on ESPN Radio.
And Evansville has 103.
All right. It's okay. We're good.
Cash and nothing. That's
Okay.
Where's this battery thing?
You want to get some of the
Let's see. That was the one I couldn't read. Blacksburg Cave Spring 14-7. You said what on the first score? 21? Yeah, 21, okay. All right. Okay. Nah.
third quarter.
Maybe they got a bye this week in Chatham. It does it? Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, I do miss it. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just
Okay.
I think Eric's doing a good job this year. I only heard him one time.
Okay. All right.
And I've been a couple of times.
14.
I listened to him going home.
Yeah. Okay.
We need
Okay.
a strong march ahead.
All right. Okay. I know we got some passing yards, Kim.
No, we don't.
Do it number 44. That's passing yards.
I didn't pick them up.
Yeah, with that little.
Okay, welcome back here at halftime. It's Dan River
Make some up there.
14, and Gretna 6. Looking at total yards in the half, Gretna only has 65 total yards. Dan River's got 179, and rushing 145 yards, and passing 34 for Dan River. Penalties, Hawks have been better on penalties, and we'll get you some of the individual statistics. Bob, let us get us clued in on how the scores came and what time of the game. Then we'll come back with some individual statistics.
Of course, it's going just about the way we talked about before the game started, with 10 minutes and 25 seconds early in the first quarter. Terrell Evans had a 50-yard run around the right side of the Gretna defense, and the kick was no good, and Dan River was up 6-0. That's the way it was remaining of the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, 9 minutes and 37 seconds, Deion Russell, he had a 4-yard run, and the kick was blocked. The extra point was blocked, but the 4-yard run came on a recovered fumble down there that I think Terrell Evans fumbled the ball, and Gretna recovered. And then with 7 seconds to go, just before halftime, Stuart,